Hi guys, today I'm gonna talk about a book written by James Nestor, Breathe. So this book is around 300 pages. In average, we are taking around 670 million breaths in our lifetime, but we are not breathing correctly. So James Nestor, he spent 10 years of his life to study breath. He became himself a patient for a research for 20 days to help one scientist to go deeper in this science of breathing. So he spent 10 days breathing only by his mouth. So they put some silicone plug in his nose, so he was not able to breathe from his mouth. It was only from his nose. He was only breathing from his mouth. And he relate his experience about all the issues that he faced with some indicators like blood pressure, exercising, his health, the sleep issues he's facing, sleep apnea, snoring, all those problems that you're facing when you're breathing from your mouth. And he spent another 10 days only breathing from his nose. So even if when he sleeps, he would put some tape to close his mouth, so he was not able to breathe from his mouth. And he relate also his experience of those 10 days. He felt with more energy, less snoring, less sleep apnea, a better blood pressure, less health issues. And you see the big difference between breathing through your nose and breathing from your mouth. So the purpose of the nose is not only to smell. It's like you say, the purpose of the mouth is only to taste. No, the purpose of the mouth is to eat and talk. But the purpose of the nose, the main purpose of the nose is to breathe. So the breathing system is very complex. There is many nerves and tissues and bones and filtering system that help us to warm the air we breathe, filter the air we breathe, so adjusting the temperature, and adding some what he called the nitric oxide, kind of a molecule that helps improve the health of our lungs. And each time we breathe from the nose, we increase the oxygen by 18%. So the nose is a complex system linked with our airways and our lungs and all the tubes that bring air into our body. And our body needs air. Without it, we are not living. And this air needs to be filtered. The air you are breathing from your mouth is unfiltered air, raw air, and we are not created to breathe from our mouth. The mouth purpose, why we breathe from our mouth, is just a secondary emergency way. In the case our nose is closed, then the mouth acts as a secondary emergency system to help us bring air into our body, because air is vital, and that's why we have this secondary system. The problem today is the nose become the ancillary organ to breathe, which is wrong. So keeping the nose in constant use is very important. It's like muscles. You need to exercise them every day. Your body needs to be used and exercised. So the nose is the same. If you stop using your nose in breathing, you will weaken all those tissues and nerves that are crucial for the way we breathe. And if you only breathe from your mouth, you will also weaken all the tissues of your throat that are necessary for breathing. So it's again, it's crucial to use your nose to breathe. What I learned also from the book is there is the left nostril and the right nostril has also a purpose. So if you breathe air only from your left nostril, it helps you relax. And if you breathe air from your right nostril, it helps you digest and warm up your body. So you can see the complexity of the nose. And if you pay attention, you will see that all the animals, you can look at dogs and cats, and they all use their nose to breathe. They never use their mouth. So you never see a cat with an open mouth. No, they are using their nose to breathe. And we're not. We are mostly using our mouth to breathe. Even when you sleep, you might use your mouth to breathe, because we are staying in an environment where our nose is often congested with the pollution, with all the allergic things in your home. And once your nose is blocked, you will use your mouth to breathe, and this happens a lot during night. So it's important to find a way to close your mouth in the night. Mouth breathing is the cause of the bad breath, the cavities in your teeth. They say that the cavities on your teeth are mostly caused by mouth breathing, more than sugar. So you can imagine the impact of mouth breathing on your health. So when you breathe from your mouth, the air is unmoistened, unheated, unfiltered, which creates this dry tongue. So when you sleep, you feel you are dehydrated, and sometimes you have to wake up to drink some water, and even to urinate, to go to the toilet, because it's kind of the opposite. But when you have you feel dehydrated, you feel the need to go to the bathroom. This impacting your sleep, your snoring, also because of mouth breathing. You have sleep apnea, also coming from the mouth breathing. Insomnia is not a psychological issue, it's also linked to mouth breathing. All those problems later on will impact your heart with heart disease. And most of the death occurs at night when you're breathing wrongly with this issue of sleep apnea. I was surprised also that even eczema is linked to your breathing issues. All the modern disease like asthma, anxiety are also linked to mouth breathing. So there's a lot of connection with mouth breathing, and sometimes the doctors, they don't see all those connections. They just treat your symptoms, but they don't treat the core issue, and it might be related to mouth breathing. So it's important to know about this problem. So to be healthy is not only about exercising, sleeping better, eating better. There is a pillar missing, which is breathing better. And because all the oxygen that you are breathing helps you to build your bones, your muscles, because all the cells in our body need oxygen, and it needs to be filtered and brought to your body. And the most important is not oxygen itself, it's the carbon dioxide that comes from the air we breathe. And you always think that carbon dioxide is something that is not good for the health, but in fact it's necessary for the health. The body needs it to operate. We forget that we are a body. We always think we are just a mind and thinking and being busy, watching our mobile phone or TV. We don't think about our body, and the body needs to get some attention, needs attention. So breathing is one very important part of taking care of the body. The blood needs oxygen to be carried in all our cells, and better oxygen will help the body operate better. So it's important to think about the body, not only the mind. So breathing is not only about inhaling, it's also about exhaling. And exhaling is very important part to keep the carbon dioxide in our body longer. So we should breathe less. Today we're over breathing. We're inhaling, exhaling too much. Normally we should inhale 5.5 seconds and exhale 5.5 seconds. And it should be 10 breaths per minute. And this is what he calls the perfect balanced breath. And when you do meditation, you'll see that the breath is according to this rule of 5.5 seconds inhaling and 5.5 seconds exhaling. And that's meditation, in fact, is mostly about breathing slowly. So we should breathe less, slower, and we should exercise our breath because studies done by researchers and also written in all the scriptures in India and in China, they say that the longevity of humans is related to his lungs. So if you have longer lungs, you live a longer life. And the only way to have longer lungs, healthier lungs, is through brief exercises. Besides meditation, which is in fact putting emphasis on your breath and on your nervous system, which is linked to your breath, you have different breathing techniques, like the Buteyko breathing technique. You have the Tumo breathing technique, which is a heavy breathing exercise to enlarge your lungs. And those breathing techniques were interesting and I think should be practiced in order to enlarge your lungs. As I said, the smaller your lungs are, the less you will live. So if you want to enlarge your lifespan, you need also to take into consideration your breath. I find the book interesting, but there was a passage in the book which was, to me, over the top. He relates his story about going to Paris to visit the catacombs, to see some skulls in the bottom of Paris. And he thinks that by studying the skulls, he will understand the evolution of the jaws, because we are chewing less and our airways are underdeveloped, whereas the ancient humans, we had stronger bones, stronger jaws, better breathing system, and aligned teeth. And he chose to go to Paris to study this, but I think it was just to show off, because there is nothing to study about the skulls in Paris. The skulls there are not complete, and you cannot date them. You don't know to whom it belongs. So this part of the book was, I think, a little bit over the top. Some key quotes. Sapiens, through his ability to speak, will become the only animal that could easily choke and die. The right nostril is a gas pedal. When you're inhaling primarily through this channel, circulation speeds up, your body gets hotter, and cortisol levels, blood pressure, and heart rate all increase. The optimum amount of air we should take at rest is 5.5 liters. The optimum breathing rate is about 5.5 breaths per minute. That's 5.5 seconds inhales and 5.5 seconds exhales. This is the perfect breath. So the key message for me is shut your mouth and use your nose. There is a purpose of having a nose. Use it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on my next video. If you want to read more books, improve your reading speed, and know the books I read and the insights I got from those books, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like.